shooting, scoring! And what a snipe!
Oh, he smoked them like a Christmas ham, as we say.
Back cross ice, what a save by Laurel! History has repeated itself. Greater Sudbury has won back-to-back NOJHL championships.
This is Game Day presented by BrokerLink. Hope you're doing well, folks. I am Alex Bastiavansky, and it is day one of the NOJHL Showcase. All teams are in action. Let's get you all set up before the puck drops today.
Brisbane across for Newton with room. He shoots and scores!
It is finally here. The NOJHL Showcase kicks off today in the Nickel City. It's a chance for the league's players to strut their stuff in front of a bevy of scouts.
He's nearly given away now. Saginaw walking. Saginaw scores!
The NOJHL Showcase on October 7th and 8th is a great event where all the teams, the 11 teams, are coming, and we have a special invited team. The St. Andrews College are coming to be our 12th team, and it should be exciting. It should be, it's an opportunity for the players to play before all the schools, the scouts.
Yes, that special guest team, the St. Andrews Saints, located in Aurora, Ontario. They're one of the top prep hockey programs in all of North America. Over the past few seasons, they've sent dozens of players to NCAA Division I schools, the Canadian Hockey League, and they've had numerous alumni drafted into the NHL. The Saints will certainly attract plenty of attention to the event with their high-level players. Veteran broadcaster Dennis J. Puska will be one of the guys calling games, and he can't wait to be a part of it.
One of the big things I love are showcases, and this year the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League Showcase is going to be amazing. In Sudbury this year, they're adding the St. Andrews College team, which I think is going to bring a different level of excitement to the showcase like we've never seen. These things are phenomenal. I've been to some in the United States for about 10 years running, and there's scouts from everywhere. Major junior hockey. They're also with college, university, as well as the NHL. They're coming to see these kids and see what they have to bring. This will be their first real opportunity to play in front of the scouts. What I say is the first impressions are lasting impressions. So you want to make your best foot forward at this event and make it count, and it'll be fun to watch.
McAdoo, whip on and he scores!
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. You can watch the games live on Flow Hockey, or of course, head out to the Countryside Sports Complex if you're in Sudbury to check it out in person. And our preview for today's games is brought to you by Don's Pizza, who's a sponsor for the showcase, and the NOJHL really appreciates all they've done. Don's Pizza, Sudbury's first and finest, with 2 locations to serve you. Espanola, French River will kick things off in the showcase at 11:15 a.m. Day one. First meeting of the season between the two squads. The Paper Kings 6-4-0, second in the standings. The Rapids just picked up their first win in overtime. They currently sit 10th overall. Iroquois Falls taking on Kirkland Lake at 1 p.m. The Miners won the lone encounter between the two teams 6-2 back on September 14th. The Storm tied for 5th in the standings. The Miners 4-2-0-1. They are tied in 4th spot. Timmins taking on Hearst. It's a chance at some revenge for the Rock as Hearst won their first meeting of the season 7-3 back on October 3rd. The Rock 4-3 on the campaign, tied for 6th. The Lumberjacks, fantastic start to the season. They are first overall in the standings at this point. The Sioux Eagles looking to pick up their first win of the campaign against Blind River. 3:45 puck drop. Blind River picking up its 3rd win of the season in overtime over the Thunderbirds on Sunday. They are 9th in the standings. The Eagles, as mentioned, winless. They are currently in 11th. The aforementioned St. Andrews Saints in action against the Powassan Voodoos. A lot of eyeballs going to be on that game. 4:15 p.m. puck drop. The Voodoos having a great season, 5-1, 0-1. They are second in the standings. The Saints across all competitions are having an incredible campaign so far, 10-1 thus far. And the Sioux Thunderbirds and the Sudbury Cubs are the nightcap. 6:45 puck drop. One meeting between the squads so far this season. The Thunderbirds dropped them 5-2 on September 27th. The T-Birds 4-2-0-1, tied for fourth in the standings. The Cubs are 4-3. They are tied in sixth spot.
Yeah, and of course, just remember that all throughout the NOJHL season, to stay up to date with everything that's going on with the league, be sure to check out its official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
And we welcome you inside the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena here in Sudbury, Ontario for game number 2 on ice number 1 of the day 1 of the NOJHL Showcase. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Harrison Clements. We just had a thriller here on ice 1 moments ago between the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners and the Iroquois Falls Storm. And now we're set for 2 teams that are kind of in the bottom third of the standings right now, although one team looks to figure not to be in there very much longer. That's the Blind River Beavers, who are 3-5-0-1 for 7 points, and the Sioux Eagles, who are a dismal and surprising 0-8-0-1 on the season for 1 point on the year so far, Harrison. This is an Eagles team that's desperately looking for its first victory, and they would love to get it here against the also scuffling Blind River Beavers.
Well, they picked up that lone point in an overtime loss against the team just ahead of them, the French River Rapids, who picked up their first win in said overtime game. But again, it's still early on in the season. There's lots of space on the scoreboard. The third place team, the Powassan Voodoos, sitting with 11 points. Meanwhile, 4th through 9th are only a matter of 4 points spread between that. So there's still lots of ground to be made here at the NOJHL Showcase. And as I said, Blind River Beavers sitting at 9th as both teams are circling in for their first games of the Showcase. We had an exciting thriller of an overtime game before this. Let's see if this one can match up.
And getting underway, the Blind River Beavers in their home Reds are going left to right to start this game. And the Eagles, who are quick on the attack with a shot, are going right to left in their road whites, as that was a good chance there. We saw the Eagles in Powassan in a couple of weeks ago. Now that's Marceau, who's been red hot. They score! Right off the draw, Colson Bell gets the puck past Janicki, who's in net for the Blind River Beavers. And Bell with his first goal of the season. And that gives the Sioux Eagles an early one, literally 18 seconds into this one, a 1-0 lead.
I mean, you want to start off on the right foot. That's exactly how you do it. Gain the zone quick, get tight onto the goaltender, take advantage of any gaps, and it's just strong net front presence that gives the Sioux Eagles exactly what they're looking for.
Now Blind River looking to get things going. They're up against Jace Norrell in net, who we're very familiar with on our broadcast.
Saw some fantastic saves from the young goalie last year. In fact, if you watch the game day video, one of his best saves ever, frankly, is in that opening roll.
Sticks flying everywhere. Shot comes in on goal. Janicki with the save. And we'll get a stoppage here. One thing I do want to point out about the Sioux Eagles is their past 3 defeats and 4 overall have been by 1 goal.
Well, getting one on the board immediately is a good start to cutting that.
And also, we talked about Marceau, who got an assist on that goal. He's second in the NOJHL in goals with 9 through 8 games. So there are some bright spots for this Eagles team. They just haven't been able to get going. And maybe we'll see if that 1 goal is going to change things. As now a quick pass down the ice for Levi Lux, as he's battling for it. But it's the Eagles that come away with it. That's Chico on the far side. Now the Eagles doing their best to try and box it out. Chipping the puck off the glass, but not out, as Walker was able to keep it in. Now the puck going through the neutral zone. Chico couldn't get a stick on it, and the Beavers trying to get it back out of their own zone. They don't, though, because McKindu has to throw it cross ice. Now the Beavers through the neutral zone get the puck up. They're going to walk in now. Good chance, but they never got a shot away. And now the Eagles are having some difficulties getting it out of their zone. Down the ice once again, back in by the Beavers, but that'll go for icing against the Beavers now. And we'll get an offensive zone draw in, or for the Eagles, I should say. The Eagles being the lone team, not in Canada, in the NOJHLs. They're hailing from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
It's one of the few teams, well, the few team, the only team.
Thaxton on the draw. Couldn't quite find his man. Now down the ice the Beavers go. Dumping it back in. On the other rink here, it's been quite a beat down for the Timmins Rock over the Hearst Lumberjacks, as that game's wrapping up here soon. Now the puck rolls in and Norrell makes the save. And now two bodies are on the ice. And the referees get in there real quick to break things up.
So in terms of the standings still, the Eagles are tied with the Beavers for the same amount of goals for, and separated only by 7 goals against.
Wow.
So they've all been playing close games, but as you said, just a matter of one is all it takes to put you over the edge.
Off the draw, the Eagles look to get on the attack, get out of their zone. Stawinski sends it right in. Not very far, though, as it's picked up by Clark in his own zone. Clark up for Bell, the goal scorer. Bell, far side now. To the near side, it's batted down by the Beavers, and the Beavers are going to trying to get something going here. Walking in, trying to get a chance on the goal. That was Dundas, and the shot comes in, and we'll get a stoppage here.
If you missed the first game on this pad today, or if this is your first time tuning into the showcase, we are playing on something that looks a little bit more European. This is an Olympic pad, so you have a bit more width to work with on the ice. It's great for the breakouts. It's great for creating more dynamic passing plays. It led to some really exciting stuff in the first game today. And with teams like Blind River who move the puck really well, you can see that happen as well.
Beavers trying to get the puck out of their zone. There's Marceau with the puck. Marceau got it down, but not quite through. Now Bell carries it in. Bell, it's going to be offside, though, against the referees. Talking about our goaltenders in net for the Beavers, it's Mason Janicki. He's 3-3 on the season with a .252 goals against average and a sterling .933 save percentage. On the other side of it, it's Jason Norrell, who's 0-6 with a .438 goals against average and an .890 save percentage. Not as great numbers, but he's been under fire so far through the early part of the season. Off the draw, the Beavers can't quite get it out of their zone as McDonald got it out, but not for long, as now it's on the far side. Eagles trying to keep it in. It does go out, though, so there's a delayed offside. Now it's back down into Eagles territory. Hoff with the puck. Flips the puck up the ice. Now it's up for Caulfield. Caulfield walking in. Cuts to the outside. Comes back on the near side wall. Caulfield tries to throw the puck through to the middle of the ice. Finds his man. And it's flipped back in by the Eagles. Good chance there. That one was thrown wide of the net. Now the Beavers trying to get it back out of their zone. Caulfield has the puck again. Caulfield throws it in cross ice, and the Eagles are going to go for a change. Caulfield, the lone forechecker. Caulfield tried to flip it out, finding his man Danilov. But instead now it's down the ice for the Beavers. Beavers, there's a trip. Call is delayed, and the Eagles touch the puck. So we'll see Danilov head to the box, and the Beavers are going to have a chance here on the man advantage.
Beavers with a 6th-ranked power play, sitting at 20.5%. Meanwhile, the Sioux Eagles are at 18. Oh, My bad. That would be way worse. 18%. Had the wrong at 67.6%. So, unfortunately, the worst penalty kill in the league at this point. Looking to put it to good use, though, and keep it a one-goal game.
Excuse me. Van de Ven at the blue line. Plays it over on the far side. That's Hurst. Now back to Van de Ven. Van de Ven twisting and turning. Got it to Hurst. Hurst with the puck on the far side to Van de Ven. Van de Ven walks the line to Hurst. Hurst looks to take a shot. It's blocked by the Eagles, and they're able to get the puck out. Minute 30 on the man advantage. Van de Ven has it at the red line. He's knocked off the puck, though, and now Nemechek battling for it. Picked up in the corner by the Eagles as they're going to be able to get the puck to the blue line, but not out. Van de Ven now with some room over for Hurst. Hurst looking to get a shot away, and he did, but it got blocked, and now the puck bounces out of the zone. Van de Ven having the puck again over to Hurst. Hurst pass, and his Chico skate goes down the ice, and we have under a minute now on the man advantage for the Beavers. Hurst blows a tire in his own zone, nearly lost the puck, but McDonald was there. McDonald plays it back around behind the net for Hurst. Hurst for McKindu. McKindu struggling to get it out. Now it's to Baker. McKindu again. And now a couple of wires get crossed and walking in. Here's a chance for the Eagles trying to feed it to the middle of the ice. Couldn't quite get it there. And that was Stawinski, who's one of the top scoring rookies in the league so far. Baker down the ice. Less than 30 seconds on the man advantage. Takes the shot. That one's off Norrell's glove and into the corner. Now the Beavers with a good chance in the slot. Couldn't quite get a goal. Now it's back for Baker. Baker with a shot. That one hits a body, never got through. And the puck is going to bounce back down the ice. And this should give them one more chance maybe here on the man advantage. Baker going to the middle of the ice. And we're back to 5-on-5 now as Danilov comes back over. Now the Eagles with a stretch pass. Looking up the ice. Now it's going to be Caulfield. Caulfield looking for his man. It's out front. Good chance here for the Eagles. They score! It's a 2-0 game now for the Sioux Eagles on a nice play there from Caulfield to make the pass to his man.
And that play develops as soon as he gets sprung out of the box. You saw the man back behind the net, find the pass, go for it, and then the one touch to send his man ahead, get Caulfield up towards the puck. What a goal, what a sequence. The Eagles have started off incredibly in this first period.
That's Carter Huxon with his first. Caulfield had a piece of it. Down the ice it goes. Van de Ven and Blind Rivers reeling a little bit now after they just had the man advantage. Yet they're down 2-0. Hurst with the puck. Flips it down the ice. No, it's kept in by the Eagles. Oh, Hoff had it off his stick, and it rolls into the neutral zone. Now picked up. Caulfield with the puck. Caulfield tried to throw it cross ice. Couldn't quite get it. Now LaFontaine throws it across. Picked back up by the Eagles, taking the shot off the side of the net. And around now it's going to be Huxon. I was going to play that one. That's a Huxon of the Colton variety, not the goal scorer. Puck back down the ice, and that'll go for icing against the Beavers now. So the Eagles, who find themselves up 2-0 in the early going, 2 goals on 3 shots, are going to be looking for the offensive zone draw.
And that will be Huxon's first goal of the year. Sitting now at 1 goal, 5 assists through now his 10th game played.
Off the draw, Hart couldn't quite get to it. Now it's picked up by Boberg. Boberg knocked off the puck. Couple of bodies knocking things around. McCoyan couldn't quite keep it in. It's flipped back in by the Eagles. Van de Ven with the puck now. Carries it down the ice for the Beavers. Beavers walking in. Looking to go for a good chance here. They couldn't quite get a shot away. Now the Eagles going the other way. With some speed through the neutral zone. Goes to the far side. Still battling for it in Beavers territory. It's blocked down, but that's called on a high stick. And I just mentioned, 2 goals on 3 shots. Mason Janicki was the Rogers 3-star of the week for the period ending October 5th, with going 2-0 with an 0.99 goals against average, while posting a 9.72 save percentage. In this game, I would say a save percentage is not that high right now.
I'm not that great at math, Courtney, but I would have to agree. The Eagles are playing with ferocity. To say the obvious out loud, they're playing like a team that wants to win. They're doing every shift with ferocity. They're doing everything quickly, strong on the puck. They're making sure that every chance matters. It's been a very intense opening 8 minutes here so far from the team from Michigan. It's been very impressive.
Well, one of the best phrases I've ever heard is, you can't gain a playoff spot in the early going of the season, but you can lose a playoff spot in the early going. And with the way the Eagles have played, where they find themselves winless through the first 9-10 games of the season, they were on their way to losing a playoff spot. So they need to get in the win column soon. And what better way than to start here today? And the Beavers looking to get back on the right track here as well, as big bodies falling everywhere in the early or in the high part of the zone. And we're going to see a penalty called here. I believe, again, it's going to be against Stawinski and Baker, so a player from each team is going to go. Whether or not they're going to be coincidentals or we're going to see some 4-on-4ers yet to be determined.
4-on-4 on this ice gives you a lot of space to make a play, and that does look to be the case.
Well, we saw 3-on-3 to end the last game, and there was a lot of white ice out there.
There was so much. But here, the Eagles just given basically everything they've wanted to start this match off. You get the draw, you're up 2 goals, you're not even halfway through the first period, and you get a chance to add on more.
Off the draw, the Beavers get the puck, but they lose it quickly. Now it's in the high slot, trying to carry it in and get a shot away was the Eagles, but it just went wide. Now Reggett battling for it. That's Danilov that had the chance. Danilov plays it to the far side. It's picked up, comes to the near side for Reggett. Reggett into the high slot, good chance, good save by Janicki. Now back to the point. Here's the Eagles again trying to set up shop. Reggett with the puck. Reggett in for Danilov. Danilov back to Reggett. Reggett, he lost the puck off his skate, and going the other way is Cesaro. Trying to carry it back in. The Eagles looking to get it out of their zone. They do. Caulfield to Danilov. Danilov looking to split the defense. He goes the other way. Danilov out front looking for the tip, and Clark couldn't quite get that one on net. Now McDonald back to the middle of the ice. There's a hit thrown in the middle of the ice, and it's picked up now, and the Eagles walk in with speed. Walking in, taking a shot just off the pad of Janicki as that one hit a body and was a bit of a knuckle change. That's Huxon. Back in now, out front. Nearly got to Danilov. Now Seeley with the puck. That's Siri nearly losing it. Now to the near side. The Beavers sending it right back in. 40 seconds, under 40 seconds, I should say, left on the 4-on-4. Going for a skate. That's Siri. Siri up the ice, gets it to his man. That's going to go for a skate now for the Eagles. Going around the net, Huxon. That's Colton Huxon back there. Looking to go for some more options. Siri with a shot, and that hits a body, and now a chance for the Beavers the other way. Blind River leading the attack. Going down the far side, that's McKindu. Couldn't quite get a shot away, though. It was a good defensive effort by the Eagles, negates that. And we're back to 5-on-5. Bell with the puck in his own zone. He got the goal scoring started 18 seconds in. Bell cuts to the middle. Looks to get a shot, gets the shot away, and that one's going to be saved by Janicki. And we'll get a stoppage here. 9:28 left in the first period. That should bring us to our mid-period break, but still breakneck speed from the Sioux Eagles, and the Beavers have kind of been on their heels to start this one, Harrison.
They absolutely have. The Eagles have had the majority of the pressure. Being up 2-0 halfway through the first says all that. But even on the 4-on-4, they had the more dangerous chances. Blind River created a few opportunities, but the Eagles have been very responsible defensively. They've not bitten too hard on trying to attack an attacker. They've been gapping effectively. They've been making sure to cut off instead of chasing after. They've been very responsible in pretty much all aspects of their game so far, and I really feel like that's been the difference maker. They're doing things smart. They're not going for the flashy play. They're going for the smart play. And with 9:28 remaining in this period. Shots are at 5-2. So outside of one on the power play for the Beavers and then one outside shot afterwards, the Eagles have just been keeping things to the outside and keeping things very low danger.
And if you're the Eagles, this is the dream start to this one. For you, if you're the Beavers, this is, it's like you just woke up and got punched in the mouth. As on rink 2, they're getting ready now for the debut of the St. Andrews Saints. Should be a good one against the Powassan Voodoos. We're going to catch the back half of that one once this game's done. And we're back underway, though, as we still have a lot of this one to go as Hope tries to send it in. That one, rebound chance. Knocked away. Now it's Hope on the near side. Hope for Caulfield. Caulfield couldn't quite get it as a stick there negated that chance. Now it's down the ice and Hope will get to it. Hope up for his man. Trying to flip it back in. Caulfield chasing after his man. And it's going to be dumped in. Hope plays it around. Hoff tried to get a piece of it. Constantine in there as well. Now it's picked up by the Beavers. Sharp angle chance. That one flew through the slot. Never reached it to Norrell. Now the puck back. Schultz at the blue line. Another chance. And that one hits a body and never made it through to the goaltender. Caulfield. Seen a lot of him so far in this one already. Huxon chasing after it. Huxon. Who scored the goal. That's Carter. But now it's picked up by the Beavers again. Back in it goes. McCoyan tried to get it out. It's picked up by the Beavers and kept in though. But finally the Eagles get it out and is picked off by the Beavers in the neutral zone. Now the Sioux picking it up again. Good stick by the Beavers. Negated a chance there, but the Eagles are able to still will it forward and into the Beavers zone. Baker with the puck. Still chasing after it. The Beavers looking for a chance, but the Eagles making life miserable. Near side. Pass couldn't get picked up. On the half wall now. Nemechek with the puck. Flips across ice. Eagles flipping it right back in. And Janicki has to play it. Now the Beavers with the puck. Cesario couldn't quite get his pass to go across ice. And Lafon had to send it back up. McGahee sends it in. Now it's picked up and it gets back to the Beavers blue line as Boberg sends it in. Chasing after that one. That's going to be picked up by Cruson. And he throws it to the far side. The Eagles trying to throw it into the middle of the slot. No one was there though. And the puck's going to go back through the neutral zone. Caulfield. Got it to Boberg. Boberg to the Beavers. Still chasing after it. But the Beavers get to it. Van de Ven now. Carries the puck in. Van de Ven cuts to the outside, goes around the perimeter. He tried to throw it out front. Now a big hit thrown back there by the Eagles. Puck flipped right back in. Now Van de Ven with it. Van de Ven with a shot. Norrell makes the pad save. Van de Ven picks it back up. Walking around behind his net. Back to the point. Another chance, another shot. That one's well wide and hits the end wall. Still looking for it in the Eagles zone. The Beavers trying to get a body on it, trying to get the puck. Under 6 minutes now. Chance in the slot. Save made by Norrell. Another chance, and that one hit a body. It was the best chance we've seen for the Beavers so far, as they've now evened up the shot counter. McKindu going to go cross ice. McKindu picking it back up in his own zone. Throws it towards the net. Now a backhand chance by Lux. It's stopped by Norrell. And Caulfield gets to it. Caulfield for Bell. Bell skating through. Bell gains the zone. Tried to cut to the outside. Turns around. Look to go to the middle of the ice. Lux picked that one off, and now it's picked up again by the Eagles. Now in front again. Good chance. Picked up again. Rebound. Saved by Janicki. Now Hop with a chance. Or Hope, rather. And that was another pad save made by Janicki as he kept that one out. Schultz with the puck. Plays it up. It's kept in by Marceau. Bell. Trying to get it in deep. Stawinski knocked off it. Now it's Hope with it. Leaving it for Bell. Bell. He's been buzzing this one. Now a shot from the point. Janicki makes the blocker save. It's in! Janicki blocked it up, knocked it up in the air. It got behind him and it rolled in behind the net as he tried to come back to the goal line and make sure it didn't go in, but he pushed it in as he was skating backwards. And when it rains, it pours, as that's going to be Andon Marceau's 10th of the season.
Things go from bad to worse for the Blind River Beavers, and the Eagles just keeping up the pressure. There was a sequence of about 2 or 3 high danger chances right before this goal where they just flooded the net, got pucks to high danger areas. Like, you're essentially sliding the puck to a guy that would play the bumper position on a power play, and he's doing that on 5-on-5. The Eagles are just getting everything they want at this point.
Well, Blind River trying to get back on the momentum side of things as they have the puck in the offensive zone. Looking through their options, Blind River on the far side. That's Holzcheck. Throws it out towards the net. Now the Beavers out front. Good chance. That one's a big save made by Norrell. Holzcheck with the puck. Lost it. Now the Eagles pick it up, but it's quickly picked up by Siriano. Or Cesario. Picked up behind the net by Constantine. Now Cesario threw it in. It's off the roof and out of play. 3:50 left. It's a 3-0 hockey game for the Sioux Eagles.
I mean, you can chalk a lot of the opportunities up to the Eagles finding defensive gaps in the Blind River formation. They're able to weave in and out of players just as easily as they want, a quick pass behind the net. They're finding all the things defensively. The Beavers have had chances due to the similar gaps in the Eagles' defense, like 2-3 big scoring opportunities from directly on home plate.
Well, they'll have to get a few more if they want to stay in this one as the puck comes out of play. And we'll get a stoppage here as we'll get another draw here in the defensive zone for the Sioux Eagles.
Not just the way that the Eagles have been able to keep up the offense, but the overall pace of the game has been impressive from both teams. They're keeping up well. They're playing man-on-man quite well when it comes to trying to shake off the puck. But when it comes to the passing, when it comes to the playmaking, the Eagles have just had the upper hand up to this point.
Off the draw, the Eagles. Getting the puck down the ice. Danilov tried to get a shot away, or tried to get a chance, but it was nearly knocked away from him, and now it is. However, Cowan is in on that. Huxon on the half wall, pinching in. It's back to the blue line, kept in by the Eagles. Back for Huxon. Huxon fanned on his shot. Now he finds Nemechek. Nemechek with a sharp angle chance. That one's blocked aside by Janicki. Now played again for Danilov. Danilov back to the point. Good chance there from Siri. And the puck is going to go into the corner. But the Eagles still have possession. Huxon tried to throw it on the net again. Fans on that one again. Picked up by Nemechek. Nemechek plays it to the near side for Danilov. Danilov looking out front. Good chance. What a chance there by the Eagles. That was Nemechek, but the puck went wide of the net, and now it comes out of play off the meshing.
Despite the scoreline, the actual shots on goal have not been significant, let's say. 5 shots on goal for the Beavers, 8 for the Sioux Eagles. There hasn't been a lot of opportunity. There's been a lot of board play defensively, and it hasn't really culminated in high quantity shots, but you don't need a lot when they're going in.
Hope couldn't quite keep the line. Now Walker going the other way. Walker. Marceau gets to it. Played around. And the Beavers are going to be able to keep it in on the attack. Good chance. Norrell makes the save. Now the Eagles again with it. Down the ice they go. Trying to get it past their man, but it's picked up by Leighton Hurst. Now the Eagles have it again. Going for a skate. That's Marceau. Marceau's pass gets to his man, and it's thrown towards the net, but blocked. Near side. Knocked down the ice past Reggett. And it's going to be picked up by Constantine. Quick stretch pass up for Marceau. He gets a piece of it. Marceau, sharp angle chance. Janicki with the save. Puck is up in the slot, and it's going to be blown down as Janicki's helmet came off, and that is arguably the most important piece of equipment for a goaltender. So
I would not argue against that. It's yeah, well, as soon as it comes off, it's blown dead for a reason because it is vital. Again, the Eagles getting another clean zone entry. They're winning the one-on-one battles for the puck. They're creating their own chances. Nothing's being gifted to them. They're working hard for every zone entry.
Reggett off the draw. Throws the puck towards the net. That never reached it as it hit a body and went wide. Now the puck flipped back down the other way. Chasing after it, that's Caulfield. And it's thrown out front by the Beavers, but no one was there as the Eagles try to get out of their zone. It does come out of the zone as Cesario got to it. Beavers trying to make an attack happen here. Less than a minute left in this first period. It's out front. Lux has it at the blue line. Lux in deep. It's picked up by the Eagles, though, in their own zone. Bodies are flying everywhere for the Beavers as they seem to keep blowing some tires. And now Huxon battling with it. LaFawn gets the puck down the ice. It hits a stick and goes down, so no icing. Now the Eagles with it. Eagles with possession. Flips it towards the middle. Now Van de Ven tries to get through. And it's a good chance now for the Eagles, but they couldn't quite make anything happen. Nemechek tried to get across ice for Caulfield. Just out of his reach, and that should bring us to the end of this first period. It's a 3-0 Sioux Eagles lead at the end of 20 minutes of play. And Harrison, you already know what question's coming.
I do, and the answer is the Eagles look dominant offensively. Their transition play has been spectacular. They're getting good sticks in lanes, creating forceful turnovers, and then they're just winning one-on-one battles in the offensive zone. It's just basic, well-played hockey. The Beavers they have too many gaps in their defense right now. The Eagles are able to skate through wherever they want, and the Beavers don't have enough coordination to actually get a proper play going. It's sloppy out of the blue line. Their neutral zone play hasn't been the best to get those clean entries, to get set up and get those dangerous shots on Norrell.
Well, we'll have to see if the Beavers are able to regroup and get something going here in the second period. But for now, that'll do it for this one. We'll be back with more on the other side of this first intermission.
Welcome back to the NOJHL Showcase, everybody. My name is Harrison Clements, joined by my wonderful friend, Courtney Kenny. We are here entering the second period of play here on ice pad number 1 between the Sioux Eagles from Sioux, Michigan, and the Blind River Beavers. The Eagles came out of the gate with a blistering start. They are up 3-0 entering this second set of 20 minutes. Colson Bell started off the scoring, assisted by Andon Marceau and Cole Reggett, and then Carter Huxon netted his first goal of the season, assisted by Lucas Caulfield and Micah Siri, and then Marceau got the goal himself, assisted by Micah Siri, to close out the third period. It's been a dominant start from the Eagles as the puck gets dropped.
Thank you very much, Harrison, as we're underway. The Eagles looking to get another fast start going here. Stawinski takes a shot, save made by Janicki, and it's in! Quicker this time, 14 seconds. It's 4-0. Now for the Sioux Eagles as Logan Stawinski gets his third of the season here. Or rather, Marceau getting his second of the game as he leads the train back. So that's now his 11th goal of the season.
11 goals in the season is an excellent start. 2 goals today, 1 assist. He's been off to a raring start. So just for context, the first goal of the game was 18 seconds in. They somehow beat their own record. If you thought this was going to be a reset for the Beavers, the Eagles just have kept this one rolling.
Another shot from distance, saved by Janicki. To get through my usual startup, the Eagles, who are going in their road whites, are going left to right in this one, and who so rudely scored 14 seconds into this period, and the Beavers, who are in their home reds, are going right to left as we get through the second period. Okay, I did my thing.
And that goal is just caused by no defensemen were in front of the net. There was no help for the goaltender, and that's kind of been a running theme for, well, at least half of the 4 goals here now. Shots are 10-5 for the Eagles.
He's got a 500 save percentage. Oh, no, sorry. 600 save percentage.
600.
Shot in. The Eagles have it in their own zone. Looking to get it out, and they do. The Beavers need to get something going soon, one would think, if they want to stay in this one. Puck sent into the corner. Siri after it. Baker right there as well. Lux comes in. Lux, not a gentleman I'd want to meet in a dark alleyway, as he's in the corner now. I would think twice if I was going into the corner with a guy that size. That's for sure. As the puck comes in from the point. Save made by Norrell. Another save. Another run. And on the third chance, McKindu scores for the Beavers to get them on the board. And then ends up having to exchange some pleasantries with the Eagles right there on the doorstep.
And that's an excellent bounce back goal from the Beavers. They just crowd the net, they get pucks on, they get 2-3 whacks at it, get the goaltender out of position, and find themselves back within 3. So you negate that hot start to the second, you're back where you are, and you can keep rolling off of that. You know that physical play is going to work for you now. Keep it going.
McKindu with his 6th of the season. On a never give up play, Norrell made the first 2 saves on 3 overall attempts. There's now Walker going down the ice. Walker tried to throw it out front. It's back to the blue line, thrown back towards the net. Norrell making another save, and then he took a whack to the side of the mask. And some more pleasantries are being exchanged between these two teams.
Just getting to know each other. That's the great thing about the NOJHL Showcase. You get to see everyone from around the league.
Well, usually when teams go and play the 2 Sioux teams, they usually hit up Blind River on the way back. And when I say Blind River's close to the Sioux, I mean it's still about 2 hours away. So,
I mean, in terms of the NOJHL, that's relatively close.
Yeah. I'll never forget when I went to cover a CCHL team, and they said that their longest road trip from Renfrew was 2 hours to Hawkesbury, and I said, oh, that's a nice road trip in the NOJHL.
That's just a quick little drive down the road.
Yeah. 2 hours is a day trip. Now the Eagles trying to get back on the attack. Knocked off the puck, though. Going the other way, the Beavers get the puck out of their zone. Danilov picks it up. Now it's right back down for McCoyan. McCoyan walking in. Looking for his options as he goes to the outside, takes a sharp angle shot. Janicki makes the save. And we'll get a stoppage here. It's 4-1 hockey game. 2 goals scored. And we're 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the second period.
Blistering starts to both games here on ice pad number 1. Assists on the first goal go to Logan Stawinski and Colson Bell. And then on the Blind River goal, Levi Lux and Gibson Baker get the apples on that one.
Off the draw. The Beavers have possession. Flip it down the ice. And that should go for icing. It does. So we'll get another offensive zone draw here for the Eagles.
Shots have creeped a little closer. 8 for the Beavers, 11 now for the Eagles. And it's been a much more back and forth period in these first roughly 2.5 minutes. Just sort of trading chances. It really felt like it was the Eagles on the rush a lot of the time, holding offensive zone pressure. But it's been a lot more back and forth to start.
Off the draw, Marceau's knocked down, and the Beavers are able to kick the puck down the ice. Here they go, LaFontaine. LaFontaine gets it over front. Oh, and he just tipped that one wide. Another chance tipped again, and that one just goes wide of the net. Norrell making the save on the second one. Another chance, another save. And now the Beavers applying all sorts of pressure here. The Eagles are going to skate it out of their zone. Flipping it down the ice. That's going to get to Bell. Bell, who got this frenzy started. Gets it to Marceau. Now it's back for Bell. Bell with a sharp angle chance. That one hit off the side of the post. And it bounces back to the Beavers, who take the puck out. Blind River up the ice. However, they misplayed the puck, and now the puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Hoff with it. Over for Marceau. Marceau walks in. Marceau, who's on hat-trick watch, walks in. Takes a shot. Janicki makes the save. And then he jumps on the puck to make sure it doesn't get very far.
Nice sort of hybrid rush there where it was kind of a 3-on-2, kind of a 2-on-1 at certain points, but the Eagles making plays happen out of neutral ice really effectively, getting those clean looks so far. And again, just this back and forth play. The Beavers are playing a lot more physically in their own end. They're taking up that space. They're getting those sticks in those lanes, touching up on all those little things that were costing them in the first period.
Shot from the point, stopped by Janicki. And he'll cover up. So we'll get another stoppage here, and we'll get to redo it all over again.
Yes, we will. Going on the other rinks currently, Timmins just beat Hearst 6-0, and St. Andrews College has put up their first goal of the showcase halfway through the first period against the Voodoos.
Off the draw, it's back into the neutral zone here. Puck flipped back down the ice. Huxton with a shot. And that one was saved by Janicki, who's calmed things down a little bit more here for Blind River. The Eagles trying to keep the puck in, but they can't. As now Blind River's having some issues getting it out of their zone. Down the ice it goes. There's McClellan. Or McLean, rather. Up the ice, Huxton couldn't quite corral it. Now it's picked up by Cruson. And the puck to the far side. Danny McDonald with the puck. Got it to Van de Ven. Van de Ven gets it up to McLean. McLean, far side. Cowan gets to it. Cowan in the corner. Cowan. Twisting and turning. He's going to get taken down, and there's a delayed penalty coming to the Eagles. Looking back with the extra attacker on the ice now. LaFawn has it. LaFawn into the slot. Can't quite get a shot away as the Eagles still trying to get a piece of it. They take the shot, and that one just goes wide. And now the Eagles do get a piece of it. So we'll have the stoppage here, and we'll have our power play now for Blind River.
This will be Blind River's second of the game. We have the brief stint of 4-on-4, it looks like. And Blind River will be able to go on the man advantage again. Sorry, mixed up a stat there. Yes, this is the second power play of this game for the Blind River Beavers. They were unsuccessful on their first attempt. And while there's plenty of time left in the game, the sooner you can get another one back and have the lead, the better.
Draw one by the Beavers. LaFond with it. Sends it in around the end. On the far side, Beavers keep it in. That's McLean. McLean got it to his man. Now it's back for LaFond. LaFond to Cowan. LaFond again. Back on the far side. Now the Beavers with a shot. That one whistled wide. Now Cowan with the puck. Cowan trying to keep it in, but it's knocked down the ice by Bell. And LaFond will have to go and collect it. Nearly given away. Down the ice they go again. LaFond still with the puck. Gets it up for Cowan. Cowan walking in. Cowan takes the shot. And Norrell made the blocker save. Back to the blue line again. Picked up by the Beavers. Throwing it to the near side. LaFond with the puck. LaFond back for Cowan. On to the far side again. Shot on net by Baker. And it hits a body and goes out of play.
They haven't been able to get anything into the net yet on the power play, but they are moving the puck well. They're opening those lanes. They're getting the defensemen moving really effectively. So a good start to the Beavers power play with a minute remaining in it.
On the dot, too. Puck off the draw. Sent around to the blue line, but kept in by the Beavers. Van de Ven was able to keep that one in, too. Now it's McDonald. Back to the point. Hurst couldn't hold it. Now Caulfield and Hurst are in a foot race. Caulfield got there first but couldn't hold on to the puck. Now he picks it up, and he's just going to put it back into his own defenseman. That was a good chance there for Caulfield, and a good play made.
Caulfield saw the puck jump loose and was able to get the extra step. He almost found himself far away on a breakaway, but not quite enough space to make that scoring opportunity happen. Either way, a good 30 seconds killed off because of that.
Still with 30 seconds left, the Beavers on the attack. Leaves it back for McDonald. Back to the point now, Van de Ven. Van de Ven going for a skate, takes a shot. And it's picked up by Caulfield, and back down the ice it goes. And that should kill off what's left of this man advantage for the Beavers as they pick up the puck behind their goalie Janiki's net. And that will indeed do it for the man advantage as we're back to 5-on-5. And Van de Ven carries the puck up. Van de Ven leaves it for Hurst. Hurst twists and turns, takes a shot. That one was tipped by a player in front, but it went wide. Now on the near side, the Beavers still with possession. There's Holzcheck with it. He still has it. Looking for it. Holzcheck comes away with it. Holzcheck leaves it for his man. Now LaFond takes a shot. That one goes wide of the net. And picked up by the Eagles. Can they get it out? Hurst trying to get a hold of it. Nemechek does knock him to the ice, and that results in the puck coming out. Now back down the ice again. Siri chasing after it. Gets to it in his own zone. Gets it to Nemechek. Now it's for Danilov. Nemechek turning around. Leaves it for Siri. Siri down the ice. And that's picked up by Cesario. Out front now, the Eagles with a chance. Threw that one well wide. Bodies ending up on the ice too. Big hit thrown there behind the net. And the puck back to the blue line. And now we're going to get a penalty this time against the Eagles.
And a lot of physical play picking up, especially in this second frame. As the desperation starts to set in a little bit, a 3-goal lead is still a retrievable score. But the Eagles have been playing hard. They're content to just take their time in their own zone, cycle around, make sure that they're getting the opening they want for the breakout. They're being patient. But an undisciplined play sends the Beavers to the power play once again.
McKindu for LaFond off the draw. LaFond to the far side for Baker. Baker back for LaFond. LaFawn to the near side for Cowan. Cowan with a shot, and that's off a leg and out of play. So we'll get a stoppage here.
McIndoe, the aforementioned goal scorer on this power play unit. Blind River Beavers weren't able to capitalize on their first one, but again, they've been moving the puck well. They've been finding those gaps. They've been getting the defense moving, especially along the blue line.
LaFawn off the draw to Baker again. Baker with a shot. That one's blocked in front. And McIndoe picks it up. McIndoe on the far side. Looking through his options. McIndoe goes back to the blue line, gives it to Cowan. Cowan, it's off his skate, gives it back to McIndoe. McIndoe juggles it. It's picked up by Caulfield. And Caulfield quickly turns and burns. Caulfield walking into the offensive zone, takes a shot. Janicki got a toe on it, and it's knocked into the corner. Now with some speed is Cowan. Cowan through the neutral zone. Cowan had it poked off his stick, and it's knocked back out of the zone into the neutral zone for Baker to chase after. Minute left on the man advantage. LaFawn with the puck. LaFawn has Marceau all over him. Tries to get it out. He does. And now it's quickly turned back around. And we'll go in for Janicki to play. Janicki left it for his man, and LaFawn has it. Can't get anything going here to get out of their zone now, as Huxon has it, or had it. Huxon, the high man for the Eagles, with 30 seconds left on the man advantage. And finally, coming out of their zone is the Beavers. That's Hurst. Hurst with the puck now. Skates it in. Leaves it for his man. Knocked off the puck, though. Gets it back to Hurst. Van de Ven to the far side. Shot on goal. Norrell makes the save. And that was Levi Lux with the shot. And we'll get a stoppage here with 13 seconds.
And the Eagles have just done an excellent job of keeping the puck out of their end. And the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway from the first period, moving into the second, especially on the penalty kill, is they've been tying up sticks. They've been making those one-on-one battles extremely difficult for the Beavers, and it's resulted in a very effective penalty kill.
Back to the blue line off the draw. The Beavers try to get a shot away. It hit a body as there was a block shot. And that should bring us back to 5-on-5. It will. Well, the Eagles doing a good job of killing another penalty. Now Hurst with it, takes a shot. That hit a couple of bodies and went into the corner. Now on the far side, Lux with it. Lux crosses, sends it across ice. McDonald to Hurst. Flip back out by the Eagles, but they didn't get it out. Now it's Clark in the corner. And the puck comes out finally. The Eagles walking in. They're going to be called offside on that one as Bell stopped up. And Stawinski was right there trying to cross in. But that'll do it here for our first half of this second period. It's a 4-1 game, Harrison, for the Sioux Eagles, but the Beavers mounting a bit of a pushback here.
It's a much better effort out of the Beavers in the second period. The Eagles kind of ran the show in the very first 20, but the Beavers have given a good amount of pushback. They haven't been able to convert on the power play, which has kind of stifled the comeback a little bit. The Eagles were just pushing a bit too hard. Again, those one-on-one battles have been key, and you definitely have to give the edge to the Sioux in that respect. Sending the 1-4-checker in on the kill, it's been really effective for them. The Beavers just can't find that fluidity, can't start gaining that momentum with all the physical play that's going on. They've been centering the puck really well. The communication's not there to capitalize on it.
We'll have to see if the Beavers are able to start capitalizing on their chances like you mentioned here with 9:13 left in the second period. Shots on goal favor the Eagles 15-12. But again, in the shot total, you can see how the Beavers have started to push back a little bit in this period.
I mean, look, with the game that we just called, I'm not counting out any comeback.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
But the Beavers have got to pick it up if they're going to make a similar show here.
The players are back in their spots, and we're back underway. Off the draw. The Beavers have it in their own zone. Hart couldn't quite keep the puck, though, and now it's down the ice. The Eagles have to chase after it. It's Reggett. Reggett in his own zone over for Bell. Bell Knocked into the boards. And now the puck down the ice, but it's picked up by the Beavers. Coming back in is the Beavers. Sharp angle shot, saved by NOJHL. And cleared from danger by Stawinski. Clark sends it back around. Now the Eagles get it out. Bell walking in. Bell leaves it for Marceau. Marceau back to the point. Flips it right back in again. Marceau stops up, got it to Bell. Bell along the perimeter. Flips it right back in. Marceau picking it back up. Marceau lost it though, and the Beavers try to get it out. They do. Not very far though, as the Eagles send it right back in. Flipped in. And going to be carried out by Schultz. Schultz got it down the ice. Flipping it in. It's going to be Huxon with it. Huxon lost it. Now Siri has it. Siri to the far side. Kept in at the blue line. And it's picked up again by the Eagles. Danilov with it. Walks in. Danilov with a little toe drag. Takes the shot. Saved by Janicki. Rebound chance saved as well. Now the Beavers still trying to get something going here. But Nemechek takes the shot, or tried to get a shot away. Got it to Danilov. Couldn't quite get the shot on net either. Siri knocked off the puck. Now it's sent back in by Nemechek. Nemechek sends it around, and it's going to be picked up by the Beavers. That's LaFawn back there. And now up the ice they go. It's Holzcheck. Holzcheck look to make the pass. He does, as he outweighted the Eagles defender. Zaharias. Now Danilov to Zaharias. Zaharias far side takes the shot. Janicki making the save. Now the Beavers going back in on the attack. Sends it in. That's Schultz with it on the far side. Comes away with it somehow. Sends it right back in deep. Picked up by the Eagles. Let's hope. Now Zaharias. Picked up again by the Beavers as they're taken down to the ice on the far side in the corner. Back to the point. Flipped towards the net, and that one just misses everyone. Now Krusen battling for it. It's picked up by McKindu though at the point. Now a chance here for the Eagles, or the Beavers. They take the shot. Rebound sitting there. NOJHL got a piece of it on the rebound, and the puck was still loose, but the referee blew it down as it was just getting cleared out of the danger zone.
If you're Blind River, you can't be happy about that. Again, that's how you got your first and only goal of this game so far. And you keep up that pressure and the whistle gets called. It's an unfortunate circumstance for the team. Look, the Beavers have had quite a few opportunities. They had that 2-on-1 that they couldn't take advantage of, and then right after that, a 3-on-2. The chances are there. The communication to execute hasn't been.
Shot by the Beavers on towards the net was blocked at the last minute by the Eagles. Now the Eagles trying to get it out. They do. Caulfield going the other way. Caulfield gets around his man but couldn't quite get a piece of it. Now he got it over to Hoff, but it's picked up again by the Beavers. They get it out. Clark got a piece of it. It's sent right back in by the Sioux. LaFawn with the puck in his own zone. Flips it down the ice. And now it's picked up by McKindu. McKindu walking in. McKindu takes a shot. NOJHL with the save. Rebound. Right back to the other side. And Hoff tries to get it out. Battling for it. Late hit after the whistle. And we'll have to see what the call is here. Looks like it's offside, I believe, against the Beavers.
Seemed to go on a while for...
Yeah, maybe it's not, but they're bringing it back to where you usually have the offside draws.
I won't argue with it. 5:13 remaining in this second frame of action. Score is still 4-1. We had that blistering pace at the top of the second 20, and then things have kind of cooled off in the scoring department. There's been plenty of chances, but both goaltenders have held firm.
Off the draw, Huxon on the far side. Gets it up for his man Caulfield. Taking the shot, saved, kicked out by Janicki. Still looking for a chance. Tawinski knocked off the puck. Now Van de Ven gets to it. Now down the ice. Knocked into the boards. But picked up again by the Eagles. That's Bell. Now that'll be offside on the Eagles. And the Eagles didn't really like that call.
Again, razor's edge. And the draw will come just outside the zone. Look, there's been quite a few chances on Janicki where the pucks just bounce out towards the slot. The Eagles, again, they're just playing fundamental hockey, getting pucks towards the net. They're hockeyisms, but they're stereotype for sure because they're true.
Walker with the puck down the ice. Tries to get a shot away, but it was blocked by the Eagles. Bell lost it. Holes check. Now it's picked up by Bell again. Up for Marceau. Marceau skating the puck down the ice. Marceau tries to cut around his man. He still has it. Sends it to the near side for Bell. Bell twisting and turning. It's back for Siri at the point. Siri showed shot. Got it to Marceau instead. Shot by Marceau. Janicki's just going to jump up and get a shoulder on it. And we'll get a stoppage here as the puck went out of play.
The opportunities have seemed to have stagnated a little bit, as a lot of the opportunities have been kept to the outside for both teams. Not quite able to get into those high danger areas like they were in the first period.
4:05 left in the second period. 4-1 game for the Eagles. Arias off the draw, gets the shot out front. They score again. Make it 5-1 for the Eagles as Nolan Nemechek gets that one off the rebound. What a good goal there by the Eagles. The puck came off the draw. Zaharias threw it towards the net, and off the rebound from Janicki, Nemechek was right there with his third of the season.
And that's the third goal in this game that has been caused to just insignificant coverage directly in front of the net. The Eagles have been able to pounce on almost all of those opportunities, and again, 5-1 lead.
If I'm Janicki, I'm kind of looking, where's, like you said, where's the coverage? Zaharias to the far side. Hope takes the shot. Hit a body of a Beavers player. Now the puck out front again. That one just rolled through the crease. Now the puck down the ice, batted down by the Eagles. Hand flip back in. Chasing after it, that's Cruson got to it first. Now it's to Van de Ven. Up the ice quickly for the Beavers. McKindu going for a skate. McKindu takes a shot. That one over the net. And then Lux goes flying to try and get a piece of it. The other way go the Eagles. Walking in. Danilov with it. Takes the shot. Janicki, calm, cool, and collected with that glove save. Gets the whistle on that.
Janicki's glove has looked very solid. He's been beaten mostly on rebounds or chipping in on the blocker side, but most things that have gone towards that trapper have stayed put.
Off the draw here. The Beavers win it. And they send it down the ice. Chasing after it. That's going to be Reggett. That's going to go for icing, though. So there'll be another offensive zone draw here for the Sioux Eagles.
And if you're Blind River, I'm not sure exactly what the game plan is outside of get one. Just get one more. Just get one more. You have to start plugging away at it. You have to focus on just the next goal. You can't start looking at the scoreboard and be like, that's insurmountable. It's just get a goal, and build off that.
Off the draw, it's out, but now the Eagles quickly pick it off and get it back in. Throwing it in on Janicki. Rebound chance was there. Danilov couldn't get a shot away. Now it's a chance here again for the Eagles as they try to throw it in on the net from the point. Back to the point again. It's Clark. Clark throws it on net. Now the Beavers get a piece of it. Cowan, far side. Beavers into the offensive zone, and they blow that pass back into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Beavers, though. They're just going to flip it back in, and the Eagles will chase after it. It's Reggett who picks it up. Reggett with it, comes out from behind his net. Sends it up the ice. Couldn't quite get a play off. There's Kucharski. Now looking up to get to Walker. Walker battling with Siri along the near side wall. Walker got it to the middle of the ice, but it was Huxon that picked it off. Now Siri picks it up. Siri looking for the stretch pass for Huxon. That's Carter Huxon that was down the ice. Now the Beavers once again walking in, taking the shot. Norrell with the blocker save, and it goes wide of the net. Less than a minute and a half left here in the second period. It's 5-1 for the Eagles. And Hoff picks up the puck in his own zone. Hoff to the far side for Huxon to Siri. Siri up the ice. His pass picked off by Lafont. Lafont walking in. Couldn't quite get his pass to connect. Now it's up for Huxon. Huxon leaves it for Hoff. Hoff walks in. Walks to the outside. He just got tripped up as well, so there'll be a penalty here to Blind River on the tripping call. 58.5 seconds on the clock.
So we do have the assist, Dominic Chico and CJ Zaharias with the assist on the Nolan Nemechek goal. So again, 5-2-1, and this will be the first power play for the Eagles in said game.
Wow. Impressive stuff. Off the draw. The Eagles try to will the puck forward. They do. Now it's in the far side corner. Back to the point. Huxon takes a shot. It got hit by a body and didn't go towards the net. Now Caulfield to the far side, looking to get a one-timer teed up. Couldn't quite make it happen. Now Siri on the near side. Back for Huxon. Back across the ice again. Siri with it. Siri takes a shot. That one hit a leg and went wide. Still passing it around well is the Eagles. That's Marceau. Marceau knocked off the puck, but he's able to get it back. Marceau had his stick knocked out of his hands. And now the Beavers are going to regain possession, send it down the ice, and with 7 seconds left, that should do it for the rest of this period. It's a 5-1 game after 40 minutes of play. Harrison, what are your final thoughts on that second period?
The Eagles have just continued what's worked well for them. They've been breaking out well. They've been winning the one-on-one battles handily, the board battles, basically everything you want your team to be doing right. Offensively, they have been. There's been a few defensive gaps, especially in front of the net for both teams. But overall, I think the Sioux Eagles have just been the better team. And, you know, beating your opening goal by 4 seconds for the 14 seconds to kick off the second period. Will we see one at 10 entering the third? Who knows?
Well, the only way that we can answer that question for sure is by sticking around for that third period, which we will see more of after this second intermission. He's Harrison. I'm Courtney. We'll be back with more on the other side of this.
Welcome back, everybody, to the NOJHL Showcase at the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena here in Sudbury, Ontario. We welcome you back to the third period of the Sioux Eagles versus the Blind River Beavers, and it is 5-1 in favor of the Eagles. There was a goal 18 seconds into the first period by the Eagles and 14 into the second. Let's see how the third kicks off, Courtney.
Thank you very much, Harrison. And, well, the Eagles are on the man advantage as well to start this one. So, 10 seconds of pass, no goal. 14 seconds of pass, no goal. And now 20 seconds of pass, no goal. So, the third period is not going to be as fast starting as the first two periods. And the Blind River Beavers in their home reds are going left to right, and the Eagles in the road whites are going right to left in this third period. 5-1 lead. Still on the man advantage for another 25 seconds. It's Marceau on the far side. Out front, good chance made there by the Eagles, as that was Siri on the one-time attempt from the slot, but a big save there by Janicki.
And aside from the initial pushback from the Beavers, again, the Eagles just get into the zone. They set up. They get in perfect power play position and immediately get a shot on that. Shots 21-15 in favor of the team from Michigan.
Off the draw. The Eagles still have possession. And a body on the ice, but he's able to get back up. Now Danilov with it. Danilov on the half wall. Danilov back to the point for Reggett. Now cross ice. Out into the slot. And that one was fanned on. Now it's back to the point. Reggett back for Danilov again. We're back to 5-on-5. Danilov with the shot. And that one's blocked by Schultz. Danilov with the puck. In his own zone. We're in the neutral zone. Got it from Nemechek. Nemechek cuts to the outside. Sharp angle chance. Tried to whack for a rebound on Janicki. And that'll mean a stoppage. Schultz had kind of gone after Nemechek on that and then his teammate kind of hooked his stick around his arm and said, no, let's not do that.
We just got off the penalty kill. We're down 4 goals. We don't need to be making plays like that in the third period.
No, when you got to start clawing back here, you need all the opportunities you can get. Off the draw. Reggett has it at the blue line, sends it back in. It's played around on the far side. That's Hurst who had it. It's kept in by the Eagles, and the puck sent right back in. That was Charski trying to get a shot away, but it went wide. Now Boberg has it. And it's at the point. Sent to the near side. Kept in by the Eagles again. Beavers having all sorts of trouble trying to get it out of their zone. And it's to the far side. Finally, the Beavers do get it out. That's Jarrett. Gets it to the near side. And it's going to be Reggett who tried to get it back out. But now it's played back again by Thaxton to Reggett. Reggett is going to flip it up, and it's going to hit a stanchion here at the Countryside Arena, and it's going to go to play. So we'll get a stoppage here, 17:48 on the clock.
I mean, if you're the Eagles, you've done everything right up to this point. There's always things to improve. There's been some defensive spacing issues that the Beavers have had a few solid opportunities on. But overall, your goal right now is maintain your lead. If you can get another one, awesome. Just play smart, play controlled. You are this close to your first win of the season.
Shot on goal off the draw, turned aside by Norrell. Now the Eagles on the far side get it to the near side. Sent down the ice by Zaharias. Danilov flips it in. It just missed the speaker that hangs down. And play will continue. Now the Beavers the other way. Send it into the near side. And it's flipped out by the Eagles. No, it's kept in rather. Now the Eagles are going to try and get it out, and they do. Trying to send the pass to Nemechek. It's away from him, though. Down the ice again. Huxon tied up his man. And the Eagles pick it back up at their blue line. Now they carry it in. Back into their own zone. Now down the ice for Nemechek. Nemechek trying to cut to the front of the ice. LaFond is trying to make it sure that he doesn't. And the puck is behind the net. Still battling. The Beavers come out of their zone. Going down the ice. That's Holzcheck. Holzcheck with the puck. Lost it to Huxon, though. Back for Huxon again. Up for Bell. Bell back into the middle of the ice. Found Stawinski. Stawinski bodied off the puck, but it's just sat there. No one came to clear it, so he was able to pick it back up. Now Huxon with the puck. Huxon looking to go cross ice. Couldn't quite reach his man, and now the puck's going down the far side, and McKindu's going to come in with some speed. McKindu into the corner. Goes around behind the net. McKindu plays it back to Van de Ven. Van de Ven with a shot. That one blocked in front of the net. Kicked on the net now by Lux. And Norrell stopped both of those. Now the puck back the other way. 4 minutes gone here in this third period. And we're going to see an icing call against the Eagles.
I feel like I've said this a few times tonight, and I probably have. Again, another odd man rush opportunity for the Beavers that they can't quite take advantage of. They get into the zone first. They have the puck first. It's the one-man coverage, and there's just not enough urgency in order to make something happen. We saw a 3-on-2 and a 2-on-2 in the previous 3-on-2 and a 2-on-1 in the previous period, where it's kind of the same themes. A little bit more hustle is required to make those plays happen.
Off the draw. The Eagles get possession of it in their own zone. Marceau with it. And it's knocked in by the Eagles. But the Beavers get it back down the ice. Baker on the near side. He's tied up. Marceau tries to get out of his zone. He couldn't quite. Now it's picked up on the far side by the Eagles again. Trying to get it out. They finally do. Hoff got a piece of it, so down the ice it goes, but it wasn't. Or Caulfield will beat out the icing, so no icing. Caulfield back to Reggett. Reggett to Caulfield. Caulfield going around behind the net. Going for a skate. Twists and turns. Turns around. Sends it out front. That one hit Huxon's stick and went wide and through the blue paint. Now Reggett chasing after it. And that's going to be icing against the Beavers now. So the Eagles will get an offensive zone draw.
Caulfield just burning time in the offensive zone. 5 minutes, well, almost 5 minutes off the clock here in the final period of play. And the Eagles are content to just keep up the pressure. They're finding those chances time and time again. They've been winning a lot of offensive zone draws.
Speaking of draws, there's one back to Clark. Now Nemechek has the puck. Try to get it out front for Danilov. Danilov couldn't quite get a hold of it. Picked up again by the Eagles, though, as Nemechek has it. Nemechek back to the point for Johnson. Johnson sends it in for Danilov. Back to Johnson. Johnson try to get a shot away. That one was blocked by the Beavers. Now the Beavers have numbers going the other way. Baker walking in on the man or on the breakaway. Baker with a shot, and that one's saved by Norrell. Beavers trying to get a second goal there, and Norrell making the big save. Now, right back in. A shot there on net by Chico is off the glove of Janicki and out of play.
And no knock on the hustle there. Just a straight up breakaway, a coin flip, and Norrell gets on the better side of that one, keeping it a 4-goal game. But forcing those turnovers, forcing those high-quality scoring chances is exactly what Blind River needs to be doing.
Offensive zone draw for the Eagles. It's won by the Beavers, but the first real possession goes to the Eagles. However, the puck is quickly down into Eagles territory. Now Norrell nearly taken out by his own defenseman, Hope. Beavers, couple of bodies falling now as there's a chance the other way for the Eagles. Boberg off to the races. Boberg with a shot. Janicki with a save. Rebound was trying to be batted in the net, but it went over the net. Now back out front again. Another chance, another save made by Janicki as he's come under fire there in the last couple of seconds. Now Cesario going the other way. Dances in. Couldn't quite get anything out of it though as he was quickly taken off the puck. As the Eagles once again with possession in their own zone going the other way. Boberg up the ice, was able to get it off Kacharski's stick to avoid the icing. The Beavers got it to Van de Ven. Van de Ven now walking through the neutral zone. Got it to his man on the near side. Holzcheck. Holzcheck lost it to Bell. And now the Eagles once again with possession. Almost 7 minutes gone here in this third period. It's a 5-1 game for the Eagles. Shots on goal, 24-18, and now here's a chance to Stawinski with a shot. Janicki with the save. Marceau on the rebound, tried to get it out front. His pass couldn't quite connect. Now Marceau has it again. Marceau over on the far side. Bell with a shot. Janicki with a big save. As Bell trying to get his second of the game. Now Marceau with a shot. Another save. And Bell has the rebound. Bell flips it right back in. Marceau has to chase after it. Marceau does get to it, and he plays it back for Bell. Bell takes a shot. That one missed the net. And the Beavers are going to try and get it out of their zone again. Now they do. Sent down the ice. In deep. The Eagles get to it, though. Trying to get it back up ice. Bell picks it up in the neutral zone. Bell into the middle of the ice, finds his man Siri. Now it's left for Marceau. Marceau's shot kicked aside by Janicki. Beavers on the counterattack. Going the other way. Get their man, take a shot. That one didn't hit the net as it went wide. Lux gave it away. The Eagles trying to get it back the other way. Huxon knocked off the puck by Schultz. Schultz chips it in. Norrell stops it and plays it to Reggett. Reggett tried to get it out. Schultz was not able to keep it in, though, but he didn't go very far. Now McKindu walking in. McKindu looking for some help, is knocked off the puck. Now the Eagles. Now there's some rough stuff. Some gloves are on the ice, and we're seeing some punches being thrown on the far side of the ice now as McKindu is taken to the ice. And we'll have to see who else that was on the far side, but that was just a play that just kept on going when it came to the rough stuff on the far side.
I mean, we mentioned it at the top of the second that things started to get a bit chippier
Zachary
here.
McCoyan.
And frustration's clearly boiling over for the Blind River Beavers. You're objectively, on the stat sheet at least, the better team coming into this matchup. You give up 2 goals quick. Again, a third right off the top of the second period. It's not a fun game to play, and I can imagine. But we will see few guys in the box.
So McKindu's been shown the gate, so is McCoyan. McKindu's the lone goal scorer for the Beavers.
Shots currently at this point 26-18.
Waiting to see, as they both had to kind of come off to the same-ish area. Waiting to see if Comrade Heads would prevail or if there would be a bit of a sparring match verbally between the two. Nothing came from it, though. McKindu's not going to the dressing room, though. He's waiting for something. I heard him say, "Hey, that's mine," as he tried to yell across the rink.
As he goes off.
Now he goes off, yeah.
He'll get it after.
Looks like the Beavers are getting 2 minutes on the board, but it's going to be 4-on-4 here. I was going to say it's 2 minutes on the board, but the face-off's coming in the Eagles zone. But yeah, it will be 4-on-4. And there it is. McKindu's stick was in the Eagles bench.
Ah. Look, with the price of sticks these days, I don't blame him.
No, me neither. Puck off the draw, sent back into the neutral zone. Schultz gets to it and sends it around. Now a sharp angle chance, saved by Norrell. And so he had to be sharp on that one as the puck bounced away from him. Reggett with the puck, leaves it again for Hoff. And now going the other way is Walker. Gets it down the ice. The Beavers with a chance trying to get it cross ice. Good stick there to negate that attempt. Now Schultz on the near side. Schultz leaves it around back on the near side. Picking it up. Gets it back to Schultz. Schultz knocked off the puck though, and now the Eagles just keeping it in their zone. Trying to play keep away. Reggett kicks it into the corner. Up for Caulfield, off of Caulfield's leg. Now it's picked up by Walker. Again, another shot comes in. Norrell makes the save. Puts it into the corner so the Eagles can keep on playing. Almost 10 minutes gone here in this third period. Behind the net now is Clark. Clark waiting to set things up. 40 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Chance here now for the Eagles walking in. Good chance, good save by McKindu as Danilov couldn't quite get it in between the pad and the post. Now Huxon onto the far side. That was Siri. It's back out to the blue line and out. There's a glove on the ice by Stawinski. So he had to go and collect it. Now Huxon knocks the puck in. Stawinski chasing after it. He's knocked down hard. There will be a penalty coming to the Beavers here with 9:25 left in this third period and 11 seconds left on the 4-on-4. So it'll be 4-on-3 for 11 seconds.
Just a little bit too much contact before going in for the puck battle, and Beavers will once again find themselves on the penalty kill. A shortened 4-on-3. So 11 seconds of 4-on-3. And then the 2-minute minor for tripping.
The Eagles looking to get maybe their 6th goal of the game. Huxon with the puck. We're trying to run a broadcast. Caulfield with the puck. Not very successfully. Now it's to Huxon with a shot, and the rebound comes out to Janicki. Huxon with the puck again. To Caulfield. Back to the far side. Puck, that shot just missed. Now Marceau trying to pick it up. Marceau couldn't quite get a piece of it, and the puck is sent down the ice. Huxon with the puck in his own zone. Minute 15 on the man advantage. Back in for Caulfield. Caulfield through the neutral zone. Caulfield leaves it at the blue line. Stawinski had to chip it in through, or chip it around his man. Now Reggett with the puck. Reggett to the far side. Got to Siri. Siri. Back over from Marceau. Back to Siri out front. They score! Micah Siri. Hey, Siri with the goal. It's 6-1 on the power play.
And that's as perfect as you draw him up. Just getting your man in position, getting the puck to the bumper guy, and sending it to the back of the net. We saw on the very first power play that the Eagles managed to get that they executed that well, but Janicki was able to stop it. This time is the one that goes in the back of the net.
Micah Siri's 3rd of the season. That's great numbers so far in the early going for a defenseman. Now the puck rimmed around by the Beavers into the Eagles zone. Puck back in. The Eagles have it in their own zone. Beavers still chasing the game a little bit. Down the ice. Knocked off the puck though. And flip back down. The Eagles once again with possession. Chip it down the ice. The Beavers pick it up. And then it's off the stick of Hart and into the meshing and out of play. That will bring us to our mid-period break with 7:43 left in the third period. I would say stranger things have happened, but 6-1 feels pretty academic to me, Harrison.
Especially for a team that has yet to put up a win, but things are moving in the right direction for the Sioux Eagles. They came out of the gate hot, and they've been playing what I consider a full 60. They haven't let their foot off the gas for a second. Now they haven't been pushing as much offensively as maybe the first 2 periods, and there's no need to. Just play smart, play well with the puck, make sure you're clearing effectively, winning your one-on-one battles, just doing the basic things right, and the Eagles have just continued to do that. Communication and all that has kind of started to fall apart on the side of the Blind River Beavers. Gaps in their defense has been an issue from the very get-go. But just in this third period, it hasn't quite gone their way. They didn't get the early goal they needed to stay competitive in this one. And then 7:43 left with a 5-goal deficit. It's going to be very hard to make anything happen at this juncture of the game.
28-18, the shots on goal in favor of the team from Michigan. Getting ready to get set up here in front of the Beavers bench. And we're back underway. The Beavers off the draw. Now Cesario got the puck down into Eagles territory, and the Eagles have it. Now there's an injured Eagle player on the ice, slow to get up, and they're going to blow the play down. That's Konstantin Zaharias on the ice. Very slow to get out. Now you see the trainer coming across the ice to give him a help or give him a hand.
Something that also got missed, and that is along the near side boards, two players got their cages tangled up. The ref had to come and separate them.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't know if I have either. But 7:26 and just doing a check on the player.
Looks like Zaharias is good to go. What a name. Konstantin Zaharias.
It's fantastic.
Yep. He's going back to the bench, so that's good news.
Those boards are hard. That's why I never played hockey.
That's the reason.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Off the draw, the Eagles have possession again in their own zone. The Beavers, though, pick it up quickly. Now a tip chance is quickly on the net of Norrell, and he makes a save, and we'll get a stoppage here.
So we have 7:15 remaining. Both teams just fighting hard still. Beavers tried to make something happen, but Eagles are just able to quickly clear it.
Nemechek chasing after the puck. He's going to try and get to it, but he couldn't. Now the Beavers trying to get the puck out of their zone. They do. Right down the ice, the Beavers have it. Danilov chasing after it. Danilov gets a piece of it. Now it's flipped down the ice, but the Beavers keep it in, taking a shot. That one was tipped just wide of the net by the Beavers. And now the puck right back down the ice. Chico and Cesario battling for it. Cesario gets to it first. Now it's played back to the blue line for Hoff. Hoff left it for his man. Now it was Johnson who tried to get a shot away. Picked up by the Beavers and trying to get it out again. They do. Down the ice it goes, taking a weird bounce as it hit a stanchion. And now Lux gets a backhand shot away. Norrell made the save on that. 6 minutes here left in this third period. Down the ice, picked off by Vandeven. Now Stawinski gets to it. Stawinski plays it back for his man. Now it's into the slot. Boberg tried to get a shot away, and he couldn't quite get there. Beavers the other way. Trying to chip at it. Couldn't quite get a play made. Now Stawinski battling for it. Lost it. Baker walks in. Picked up again. Stopped by Norrell. And we'll get another stoppage here.
Norrell's done a fantastic job of staying square to the puck all night. He hasn't given up a ton of big rebounds. When he has, he's redirected quite effectively. He's faced 20 shots tonight, and the only one that he let in was that very first one off the top of the second period, that response goal by McKindu.
Boberg with a nice pickoff, leading to a rush down the other way. Couldn't quite get it there, but the Beavers do pick it up. Now to the near side, Baker takes a shot. That one hits a body and goes wide. And the Eagles going the other way. Eagles try to get it on net. Janicki made the save as it just rolled in and covers it up. 5:06 left in this third period.
And there hasn't been any real pushback in the last 5 or so minutes from the Blind River Beavers. almost feels like both teams are playing out of formality at this point. There's been one or two odd chances, but the Eagles have just maintained their solid play.
Off the draw. Beavers have it. Trying to get out of their zone. They do. They'll send it down the ice. They'll beat out the icing, though, as Lux gets to it first. Lux out front. Good chance for the Beavers. Saved by Norrell. As that was a clean chance there for the Beavers. Now the Eagles get up the ice to Kucharski as the puck comes in. And Janicki makes another save. 4:37 left in this third period. 29-21 the shots on goal.
And a big individual chip play by Kucharski to try and make something happen. Again, when the opportunity is presenting themselves, the Eagles are creating really deadly offensive chances. And a nice try the other way. Deadly shot right from the slot for the Beavers, but again, Norrell staying on top of things.
Off the draw, shot comes in from distance. Janicki making the save on that one. Down the ice they go the other way. But the Beavers couldn't get very far before Marceau or Danilov kicked the puck the other way. Cesario try to get it across, but it's picked off now by the Beavers again. Rims it around on the far side. Back to the point. Sent towards the net. It just missed. Now it's back to Cesario at the point. Cesario sends it in deep. Puck picked up again by the Beavers in the Eagles zone. Back to the point. Cesario with a lane. Takes a shot that's off the knob of the stick of Norrell. Now Reggett picks up the loose puck, and Reggett through the neutral zone. Reggett gains the red line, dumps it in. He'll go off for a change. Now the Beavers got the puck down the ice for Jarrett. Jarrett. His pass couldn't connect. Now there's a loose puck in the neutral zone for Danilov. Danilov walks in. Danilov skates through the middle of the ice. Puts the puck in front. What a save there by Janicki if he got a piece of it. And is that what kind of came out of nowhere? Nice tip right on the doorstep.
I thought that snuck in behind him from this angle.
So did I. Now back the other way. Clark in his own zone. Gets the puck quickly up ice. And the Beavers quickly on the counterattack. 2:50 on the clock. Takes the shot. Norrell makes the save. And we'll get a stoppage here.
And solid defensive play in the neutral zone. Again, continuing to roll, forcing turnovers. Just solid play along the blue line for the Sioux Eagles.
Off the draw. The Eagles trying to get the puck out, but they don't. Now they do. It was kept in briefly by the Beavers. Now up the ice for the Eagles. Walking in. Taking a shot. No, they just put it around behind the end boards. Looking to bank it off the boards. Now flipped out. And it's going to be picked up by Reggett. Reggett. Down the ice for Hoff. Picked up. And it's going to come around Boberg. Lost it. Now Holzcheck going to go the other way. Holzcheck going around his man. He's knocked to the ice. And the Eagles pick it back up. Flipping the puck right back in. It's going to hit the corner and go around the end wall. And it's going to go right back down into Eagles territory for Johnson to go and pick up. Johnson has it behind his net. Baker comes around. Didn't really let him get anything going. Now it's Hope the other way. Hope. Sharp angle chance. Janicki with the save. Minute 35 on the clock. 6-1 Eagles lead.
Just keeping the pace, making sure that you're staying in control. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you're the Eagles, you're a minute 35 away from picking up your first win of the season. And they've put in a consistent effort each and every period. They've maintained the basics well. They've been winning their battles.
Shot on goal. A little bit of an awkward save there for Janicki, and no one seemed to know where the puck was. Then the referee blew it, and there it popped out.
Yeah. Big tip in front as well. They weren't quite sure where that one ended up, but we will have another draw just to the left of Janiki.
Off the draw, the Beavers have it. They can't quite get it out of their zone cleanly, though. They do get it out as it's going to be kicked down the ice. Now Hope back to his man Clark. Clark up the ice to Bell for Huxon. It's tipped back in. Now Bell chasing after it. Bell, he's tripped up heading towards the net. No call coming at this point. And the puck is back in the Beavers' possession. Down the ice they go. Trying to get a piece of it. It's flipped back in. And on the far side, Clark has it. He sends it down the ice. Will that have the legs for icing? It will indeed. So 48 seconds on the clock. We'll get an offensive zone draw here for the Beavers.
It's not exactly the best thing when you talk about moral victories, but trying to get one more here, keep pushing to the end is always the goal. Always try our best going down with it, but at this point, won't make much of a scratch.
The Beavers trying to get a shot on goal. Couldn't quite get it through traffic. And now a couple of bodies falling as the puck comes out of the Eagles zone. 35 seconds on the clock. And now the shot from distance is going to go wide of the net. There will be a penalty called here, though, with 24.1 seconds left, as there was a stick slashed out of the hands of one of the players.
And it looks like the Eagles will be going on the kill. Oh,
no,
on the power play, on the power play.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it was an Eagles player who I saw the stick come out of their hand.
I was blocked by our illustrious cameraman, Mike Brown.
Mike, why you got to do that, buddy? Why you have to be one of the best camera operators in the league? Why can't you be translucent?
We have the technology.
Off the draw, Clark to the far side now. 17 seconds on the clock. Still battling for it. 10 seconds. And now the Beavers are going to get the puck out, and that should do it here. It's going to be a 6-1 victory for the Sioux Eagles, and for the first time this season, the Eagles are going to have a victory in the win column, and it's a big one here for them. And that's a big one too, and Jace Norrell having an outstanding game too, making 21 saves on 22 shots. The Eagles came, they executed a game plan, and right from the start, it was all Eagles.
They just kept up the pressure. They played a full 60. They put in every hockey stereotype you can think of. They did everything they needed to right. They were very disciplined, and they executed on their power play. So, look, if I'm the Eagles, I'd be very happy with their performance. It was frankly dominant.
I think I'd be very happy with my performance too. Without like if I was on that team.
Oh yeah,
for sure. No, I'm not taking away from them. It's all about
It was
me.
a very, very well executed all-around effort.
Now we'll get to see who the two players of the game are for both teams as they line up here at the showcase. Just waiting on the announcement here. I would imagine Marceau's probably getting it for the Eagles. He's got a couple of goals in that one.
I would say well deserving. Until that time, we do have one game happening right now with St. Andrews Saints up 2-1 against the Voodoos with 3/4 of the third left to play, and then again on ice 2 at 6:45, the Greater Sudbury Cubs take on the other Sioux teams, the Thunderbirds.
Should be some good ones there. And it'll be Austin Schultz being named the player of the game for the Beavers. And when it comes to the Eagles,
Micah Siri with 1 goal and 2 assists.
He did have a good game as well.
Being named for the Eagles.
So again, big win for the Sioux Eagles here as they finally get off the schneid and get going with their first win of the season. Harrison, your final thoughts before we wrap things up for the day?
Absolutely impressed with the Eagles' effort. Going into the game, you don't know, this is our first time really seeing the Eagles in a while since basically the very beginning of the season. You don't know quite how a team's going to perform when they're in this state, but it all starts with one, and this was a heck of a one to start off with. You keep this effort up, and good things are going to keep going your way.
Indeed they will. That'll wrap things up here from Ice 1 at the NOJHL Showcase at the Jerry McCorry Countryside Arena. It's been a blast for 2 games. We'll be back with 2 more games tomorrow. He's Mike, our camera operator. He's Harrison, and I'm Courtney, and we'll catch you next time from Sudbury.